Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're fine. I hope you're good. Welcome back to another vlog. Today's vlog, it's going to be more of an organizational vlog. I'm going to be organizing my kitchen and also showing you some of the spices that I do use, because I've realized that recently I've been getting a lot of questions concerning Tanya, which spices are you using, which spices do you recommend for beginners. And recently I've been doing a lot of cooking in my vlogs, especially for the last year, and this year in particular I think even I'm going to make it much more bigger and better. So today's vlog, that is its main focus. I'm going to just take you throughout the different spices I have for food and also for for tea, because I'm a person who loves to drink a lot of tea and some coffee, not a lot of it. I'm also going to be showing you and also teaching you what is the best way to use these spices as a beginner, and which other spices can you get along the way. But before I dive into the video, make it a point that you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share out with friends and family. I'm tanyanishailoc. I create content around beauty and lifestyle. So before actually we can dive into the kitchen area, I did get these spicy boxes recently. Hopefully you can see them. I got them from Crown Stores. But all of them, they were for 25,000 Ugandan shillings. There are 6 of them. I'm going to run through all of them so that we can see like the sizes, and I'm also going to be recommending in case you want to buy these spicy jars, where you can get them from, and also definitely I'm going to be telling you where you can get good spices within the country. Yes, so these are the spicy boxes or the spicy jars going on over here. As you see them, there are 6 of them. They were 25,000 Ugandan shillings. You can get spicy jars here in Uganda from a lot of different bigger supermarkets. When I say bigger supermarkets, I'm not excluding out even smaller supermarkets. I'm talking about supermarkets such as Mega Standard Supermarket. I'm talking about a Carrefour supermarket. I'm talking about ShopRite, but we no longer have ShopRite in the country. I'm talking about there are a lot of bigger supermarkets. You can literally get these at very, very good prices in case you are interested. 1, 2, 3 going on over here. That within each 3 of the spicy jars, you get these spoons which you can use to scoop out your spices. I want to give you about 3 different places that I also do trust, where you can pick out your spices. The first place is Owino Market. If you are familiar with the Owino Market, talking about Kafumbe Mukasa Road. If you know where Kafumbe Mukasa Road is, this side of Owino, that actually branches off from Usafi Market. Yes, I would advise, especially if you're a beginner, to please go there and buy your spices in bits, 2,000, 3,000. Because there is no need of you buying the whole jar of spices, for example, for 50,000 Ugandan shillings, when you actually don't know even how you're going to be using it. And also these spices, with time, they actually lose their concentration. So I would advise that you buy in 2,000, 3,000. Also, the other place, it can be Nakasero Market. If you know where Nakasero Market is, it is also a very good place. They also measure in bits and bobs, all spices that you want. And thirdly, you can get them from any other supermarket, especially those which are tinned. Just wait for them to dry very well so that we can start packing. I'm actually done with putting everything where I wanted to put it. But right now I want to go in and label. I'm going to be using this strapping tape. If you have another more fancy way, you can literally do it like that. But for me, I have strapping tape. That's what I'm going to be using. Right now, I want to be passing you through some of the spices that actually I do use. Pilau masala going on over here. Hopefully you can see it very well. This one is grinded, and the reason why they call it pilau masala is that it has a lot of different ingredients. I can't break them, all of them, and finish them, but this is a very good beginner spice, especially if you're a person who cooks a lot of starchy food. I'm talking about rice, I'm talking about pasta, I'm talking about spaghetti, I'm talking about like any other food that is very super starchy. This will actually work for you very well. It is easy to use. Most of the time I recommend that you use a teaspoon. Yes, a teaspoon. This one going on over here. Most of the time these things are designed with the right measurement. If you don't have this, you can literally use a pinch of it, and I would recommend that this you can put it in around 150 grams of your food, based on the food you are cooking. Rosemary going on over here. Rosemary is also something that I would recommend a lot, especially if you're a beginner. It's very easy to cook with. It adds in that particular aroma in your food. It creates that amazing sweet but not so sweet kind of taste. Most of the time I love to use this in almost every dish rather than fish. Favorite, this is black pepper going on over here. Black pepper, it is one of the most amazing ingredients that I would recommend for beginners, because first of all, it's easier to cook. Second of all, it's very accessible. Third of all, it leaves your food better than how it did find it, especially if you're cooking meat, especially if you're cooking these foods which contain a lot of carbohydrates, fish. I'm talking about those heavy foods. If it's pork, if you're a person who eats pork, if you're a person who eats most of the time those very heavy carbohydrated foods, this one literally does it better. Salad masala. So if you're a person who is like me, who loves to make their salads at home, most of the time I make my salads at home. Avocado salads, fruit salad, any type of salad, I make them at home. And most of the time I end up not having a particular dressing which I can use to just give more taste to my salad. I would recommend that you get yourself some salad masala. As you see that mine is almost done. I got this from Mega Standard Supermarket. You can literally get this from a lot of different sellers. I have some Royco Muchuzi mix, which is very locally known in East Africa, and I also have some cumin going on over here. I recently started using cumin because I just realized that there is that particular aroma it does add to food, even after when the food has gone cold and you did cook it with some cumin. When you warm it in the microwave, it literally gives that food the same aroma which actually it was with when you were cooking. Remember that a lot of time when food goes cold, it loses that particular aroma and smell which is had recently. This one I would recommend for that particular use. I love using this in rice, in Irish potatoes, in anything like that. As you see that the grains are also very portable and small. You just get this, and it's special because when you are cooking it, it has to be some of the first things that goes into the hot oil when you are cooking, so that it can be able to to fully open up its smell into the food. And Royco Muchuzi mix, this one I can't tell you enough information about it because I'm sure that every person on here, you have used Royco Muchuzi mix. Tea masala going on over here. Tea masala is one of those ingredients that actually I have been with for a very long time. I grew up in a family where my mom knows how to spice tea. She knows how to spice tea. And even though I moved away from my staple home, I had to move with this. It is very easy to use, especially for my girls and boys out there who don't have the time to buy this ingredient, buy the other spice, buy the other one. Here you get all the mixtures in one tin. Cloves going on over here. Cloves are one of those tea ingredients that I love very, very absolutely much because of the way how they make your tea, smell like and taste like also. I love to use these in milk tea, also in black tea. Ginger going on over here. This is the normal ginger, guys. I got mine in grounded form, but you can literally get yours in either, the normal raw form. But most especially, I would recommend that you get this one because there are sometimes you don't have the time to use a mortar and a pot to grind like the normal ginger, which is not even sun-dried. This one is very easy. You can just use your teaspoon, pop a half of it in a cup, use it in milk tea, use it in any other ingredient if you're baking cookies, if you're baking any other thing that might need ginger. I got this from a window market. I believe the whole of this was 1,000 Ugandan shillings. Nescafe going on over here. If you're a person who enjoys milk tea, I promise you this is the thing for you. If you enjoy milk tea, Nescafe is going to do you wonders. You can literally get the smallest packet tin at 8,000 in Chikuwo. The same thing, you can use a teaspoon, and based on the amount of milk tea you are making, that gives you the ratio of what to use. But tea, the normal tea, majani, you guys will also know how you mix majani. I am telling you that you can pick coffee from different brands within the country. This is a brand, a Ugandan brand that I'm loving and using, and you can also try this out. A vanilla powder. So I love to use my vanilla in milk tea, either when I'm baking, if I'm doing anything that concerns bringing out that amazing vanilla aroma. I go in to use this. I got this from Owino Market. The whole of this, I believe it was 2,000 Ugandan shillings. Was it 2? Okay, it was somewhere and up to here up, but I've been using it obviously throughout the December, but I think it was around 2,000 or something like that. I use a teaspoon inside, if you can see very vigilantly. That is the teaspoon I usually use to just take the amount I'm going to be using based on the ratio of what I'm cooking or based on the ratio of the tea I'm making. In summary, those are some of the ingredients that I love to use when I'm cooking and when I'm making my tea. Let me know in the comment section below which ones you guys do you use from my collection. Also let me know what I should try out. Let me meet you in next time's vlog. Tanyanishailoc switching out. Bye for now.